Guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. So guys, some brand new images of a possible concept for Masters of the Universe back in 1977 actually have surfaced, and I'm really blown away by some of these images that have been found on the net. I want to take a deep dive today and take a look at these and try to find out exactly what was going on. If you enjoy this type of content, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week and I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. Guys, this is some crazy artwork that's been discovered, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And let's try to figure out exactly what kind of intelligence was going on in 1977. Let's have a look. I received a message from my good friend Kid Chuckle on Instagram. He's always sending me great articles and photos from new toys, especially Transformers. And today he sent me something which I didn't expect at all. I was scrolling down on some of the messages he was sending me, and one from He-Mania really caught my attention. It said, King He-Man, Masters of the Universe. What? What is this? And I had to click on this to find out exactly what I was looking at. This led me over to He-Mania on Instagram. And if we scroll down just slightly, holy crap, everybody. I can't believe this. This is absolutely crazy. Let's click on this to see exactly what's going on here. It goes on to say, King He-Man, Master of the Universe was filmed in the summer of 1977. It told the story of an early life, origin, and death of King He-Man and the rise and villainous Skeltor. Once completed, it was locked in a vault, never to be seen again because it was just too good and the world wasn't ready. What? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, guys, let's take a look at some of these photos. These are going to be crazy. A concept design for a movie in 1977. This is absolutely nuts. Oh my god, what is this? Holy crap. Look at these photos, guys. What is this? This is He-Man? Oh my god. In 1977, if this movie had come out, it would have been on VHS by the time I was a kid. This looks insane. Look at He-Man just standing there. Holy crap. You can see the background and, again, some of the bone heraldry there. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I love the straps. I love the hair. Oh my god. Seriously, if this movie had come out back then and it was on VHS by the time I was a kid, I think I would have lost it. Oh my goodness, this is just crazy. He's looking incredible here, and it looks so amazing. It looks really lifelike. I can't believe it. Oh wow. This version of Skeltor is ridiculous. Holy crap. All right, back then, in 1977, they didn't have CGI. So this would definitely be more prosthetic, and it kind of reminds me of Willow. One of the main antagonists in Willow, he was wearing a bone mask. And yeah, that's kind of the way it looks like here. Again, it would be a little bit cheesy, but honestly, I don't mind the designs. The aesthetic is very 1970s, you know what I mean? But look at the blue skin, look at the armor. Oh man, I'm loving this. This is actually really, really cool. It would have been great to see a movie like this back in 1977. There's another concept for Skeltor. Holy crap. Seriously, this is incredible. He's got a blue sword this time, but I love the heraldry. I love the concept itself. Oh my goodness, this is just ridiculous. Look at that mask. And the fact that he's got an embedded jewel in the middle of his head. That's just ridiculous. This is going above and beyond. Oh, wow. Is that Evelyn? This looks incredible. I just can't believe it. Yeah, if this had come out back in the day, I would have been jumping for joy. It really has that aesthetic of those cheesy fantasy films from the 70s and 80s. Like, seriously, really harkening back to, Lady Hawk. As a matter of fact, this sort of reminds me of Michelle Pfeiffer just a bit. A mature Michelle Pfeiffer, even closer to what's happening today, with Ant-Man. I don't know who that character is behind her. Maybe it's, some sort of villain from Skeltor. But this does remind me of Evelyn, 100%. Honestly, I could definitely see this as an Evelyn character. Wow, look at this. This could definitely be King Grayskull. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Look at the oh man, he's got muscles everywhere. Holy crap, this is insane. I love the glowing sword, the power of Grayskull coming down, imbuing its magic onto He-Man. Just crazy. Holy crap. This is nuts. I would love to have seen this movie back in the day. It would be cheesy as heck, I'm pretty sure, but the design aesthetic is incredible. Oh my goodness. This looks like King Randor. He has his crown, you know, he's got a Minish cap. This really is crazy. And this looks like an actor I would have seen back in the 80s. Just absolutely incredible. Yeah, they don't wear much clothing in Eternia, apparently. Oh my goodness, could that be She-Ra, Princess of Power? Oh my goodness. If that is a version of She-Ra, Princess of Power, my god, that's incredible. She looks so powerful here. Yeah, I could definitely see this as She-Ra. Holy crap. Again, I'm really liking the aesthetic. The crown is a bit much. I mean, you know, She-Ra had a tiara, but yeah, I could definitely get on board with this. This is just beautiful. Holy crap. Here we have what could be Attila, Captain of the Guard. You know, very Valkyrie-esque. I love it. And you know what? It even sort of reminds one of the snake armor that she was wearing slightly. It doesn't have the cowl, Valkyrie-like or Amazon-like. Beautiful stuff. She could definitely fit in a DC movie as well. My goodness. Again, the faces and the actors look so similar to people I've seen in movies in the past. Wow, is that a version of Orko? Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Yeah. You know, again, we looked at Gwildor and some of us laughed a little bit, but seriously, how else were you going to do something back in 1987? And this being a concept for 1977, yeah, what could you do? This is probably the height of what you could do for high fantasy and high science fiction back then. Yeah, I wouldn't mind this if I'd seen this as a version of Orko back in the day. Holy crap. Beautiful stuff. Here we have another possible concept for Evelyn, or perhaps it could be Queen Marlena. I don't know. Yeah, if it was Queen Marlena, that would be really neat. You know, a warrior queen, you know, alongside with a warrior king like Randor. Very, very cool concept. And that could be the Eternian Guard. Who knows, right? This is again, it's all conceptual, right? So this is crazy. I love the facial expressions and what it looks like. Holy crap, these guys look crazy. And again, reminds me of Joan Collins from Dynasty from back in the day, all the way back then. Holy crap. Seriously, just beautiful. This is possibly a version of Trapjaw. He looks very dwarvish, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, but it really does give the appearance of a Muppet, or perhaps, you know, a very, very good prosthetic from back then, back in the day. But yeah, the Trapjaw itself is a little bit, you know, more to be desired. But I don't mind the overall concept itself. It's really something that I can get on board with. Seriously, design aesthetic. Everything is screaming the 70s and 80s. It's just ridiculous. Here's another concept, as if Skeltor was wearing more of a mask. You know, that there was actually someone underneath all that makeup. And I don't mind that at all. Again, we really got to think about this in terms of 1977, 1987. CG is just non-existent at this time, and you have to do what you can with practical effects, and this would have been a really good idea, I think. Holy crap. The horns remind me of the Night King from Game of Thrones. Wow. It's amazing how design concepts and ideas, you know, can come full circle. Incredible. And here, of course, is the image that got me very excited. You know, He-Man calling down the power of Grayskull with, a stylized version of the Sword of Power or the Lance of Power. Again, things change whenever conceptual ideas come through the pipeline for movies. So this would have been very, very interesting. Oh my god, I'm just beside myself. Here, you know, is one of the hordes of Skeltor's armies. Like, wow. Just crazy. This is something where I would have loved to see a movie like this realized back in the day. Again, I grew up on movies like Excalibur, you know, Krull. Those were movies which had to make do with whatever special effects they had at the time. And this was the aesthetic that they had all the way back then for high fantasy and science fiction. So yeah, this is really tugging at my heartstrings in terms of like nostalgia, like crazy. Oh my god. This is a version of, I guess, Skeletor's palace, or is it supposed to be Castle Grayskull? I don't know, but honestly, this is where the illusion completely breaks. And I have to come clean, guys. These are not photos from any movie or any concept design from the 1970s or 1980s. Yeah, guys, these were actually, believe it or not, generated all in a computer. No one drew these, no one illustrated them, nobody painted these. These are completely computer generated from the ground up, right? These people do not exist. No matter how realistic they look, no matter how impressive they are, These are generated by a computer. Holy crap. This is incredible, and it's become a very popular thing to do. Like, I'm impressed at the level of sophistication that computers can actually generate now. This almost looks photorealistic, especially this one. This is ridiculous. Like, if computers have gotten to this level of artistry, I think that some of us in the creative field have a little catching up to do. This is ridiculous. Now, it's not perfect. There are imperfections, as you can see, in the hands specifically. Sometimes the computer has a hard time figuring out how many digits humans actually have. It appears that he's got multiple digits here, almost like 8 or 9 digits. It's crazy, including one really misplaced thumb. But other than that, I mean, yeah, from afar, from a first glance, you could definitely be fooled into thinking that these were just stills from a movie. Like, honestly, this is ridiculous. From a very, very old movie. Like I said, this sort of reminds me of a mature version of Michelle Pfeiffer back in the day, or perhaps a Joan Collins from Dynasty. I'm seriously impressed by this. One of the possible softwares which was used to generate is called MidJourney. MidJourney is a algorithm which creates artwork, and there's a large learning curve from it. It's not an easy thing to learn. But if you're interested, you can definitely head over to midjourney.com, click on Getting Started, and you can start learning how to create wonderful imagery like this yourself. It's pretty crazy. They do have some rules, but honestly, the fact that there are tools out there for artists to use and create incredible artwork like this, it's just mind-blowing. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at the MidJourney showcase, you can see that a lot of artists have taken advantage of this and just sort of experimenting with what's possible out there. Yeah, these obviously have a base starting point where the artist has already put down some variables, but look at the results. Like, wow, just incredible. And it doesn't stop here. There are multiple examples of this online. Some of us may have already seen certain posts from Thundercats movie, which was going around for a little while, and those are actually generated by this software as well. If we head over to Instagram and check out alternate reality movies, this is actually where most of those posts came from. And yes, we can see here that this is an incredible idea of what's possible with CG rendered characters, completely driven through AI. This is just ridiculous. I mean, these look like real prosthetics and real locations. I'm supremely impressed by this. And again, this could have been something of a concept for a Thundercats movie back in the day. Just ridiculous. And it really is awe-inspiring to think that a computer has generated this with just a few variables inputted by an artist's colors, suggestions. And now, really, I think we have to consider that computers have come a long way in terms of what they're able to do without human for the most part. Like, this is crazy. Imagine being able to create realistic human photographs from nothing. This is ridiculous, guys. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, I am super, super excited at the possibilities. If you guys want to see more ideas for movie concepts, which could have been in the 1970s and 80s, definitely check out Alternate Reality Movies. He's got a whole bunch of different collections of possible concepts from the 1970s and 80s or forgotten movies. That's the way he's positioned them. And these are freaking crazy. You know, we can see Superman here, Green Lantern, Hitman, so many different ideas that could have been. What could have been? As a matter of fact, check out some of the images from a steampunk version of Batman. Jeez, these look so realistic. Again, ignoring the hands because they definitely break the illusion. But seriously, these are just fantastic. I can't believe this, guys. Holy crap, everybody. What is possible? Honestly, I am super excited at the possibilities for future versions from this type of software. Imagine we can finally see a possible idea for Master Universe, which would truly, truly look spectacular. All right, guys, I have to admit, it got me going. You know, when I first saw these posts, I mean, seriously, who would have thought that something like this could have existed, or something, very close to it? I have to admit, these artificial intelligence, conceptual art that's become very popular recently. I mean, they got some amazing concepts for, an alternate version of the Avengers, Spider-Man, even Batman got into the whole situation. But of course, Thundercats and Master of the Universe, I mean, seriously, those ideas can really sparks of imagination. And they really did harken back to some of those cheesy films from the 1980s, you know, like Excalibur, or maybe The Beastmaster, you know, all those crazy films that actually had really medium to low budget, but really kind of had this passion for like the fantasy genre. And you know, this was pre CGI, so we're talking about films like Lady Hawk, you know, even Dune. Dune was an amazing film when you think about it, and all done with practical effects. And the kind of style that this invokes really does harken back to those days. Kind of crazy. But guys, let me know what you think about these AI generated concepts for Master Universe, Thundercats, Batman, and of course the Avengers. Were you fooled? I mean, like, I at first glance was like blown away. I didn't know what I was looking at, and then upon closer inspection, you find that they have close to 9 digits per hand. Yeah, that kind of gave it away. So it was one of those things where artificial intelligence really has its place, but you know, sometimes it doesn't always get it right. Guys, let me know in the comment section below if you guys are into this kind of idea, and if you are going to try experimenting with this, you know, utilizing the new tools that are available for everybody to experiment with, or is this kind of a little bit too freaky and you're kind of worried that artificial intelligence is getting a little too intelligent and it might be a time to dial it back just a bit, just in case someone else could be watching. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do leave me a like. It really helps me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's MegaJ Retro on Patreon. The patrons of this channel really help me to make episodes every single week, and I really appreciate all their assistance. Guys, you are the best. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power. And apparently the computers do too. Good journey. Geek proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. It's thanks to your support that this channel continues to grow, and I really could not have done this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.